The Miss Blue Radio Show. I have my guest tonight in the building, Duh Factor. How are you doing?
I'm fine. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I can't believe I'm saying this. A lot of people think I'm crazy, but I'm actually really loving the fact that it's cold outside.
Oh yeah.
How, you loving it?
It's alright. I'm a little slim, so gotta put on some extra clothes.
Okay, it's all good, but it's we needed some relief from that sun because it gets too hot out here.
Yes,
You from Houston?
I'm from Port Arthur, but I'm back and forth.
All right, cool.
Port Arthur. Second home
Okay.
in Houston, Texas.
Cool.
Yes, sir.
You have been on your grind. You got a lot of projects out there. Which one is your most current? And let's talk about the process behind it.
Grinding in Texas. It haven't released yet.
That's the one that you were telling me about.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so when did you write that one? How did the process go with that?
Basically this last storm that came. I'm on the highway doing a little traveling and processing and thinking and going through things in my head, and it just inspired the whole movement of the song.
Wow.
So I went from Port Arthur, came to Houston, left Houston, went to San Antonio, left San Antonio, did some other traveling, came back to Houston. So it was like that highway that it gave me time to think and ponder on things. So it's basically like some laid back highway chill type, highway action. Put it like that.
Okay, I like that. So it's like a chill feel.
Yes, ma'am. But shit, that chorus and that hook, it got the energy, but the verses and the whole melody of the song is, it's laid back, something you could ride to.
Okay.
And basically do what you're doing right there with that bottle you got.
Yes, because I had to bring some bottle. Usually I had been forgetting the Moscato, but I was like, you know what, tonight I'm gonna bring some Moscato for my people.
Really?
Were you able to send that track to me as well? Because I know I hit you kind of late.
Yes, ma'am.
You hit me on the Miss Blue Radio Show.
Yes, ma'am.
And it is, I just want to make sure I have it because I definitely want to play it. Yes, I got it. So you said basically the last storm we went through, I have it right here. I'm going to play it in a few. You just wanted something that's just like kind of chill that people can relate to and just feel good about.
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you been on your grind out in Port Arthur?
As far as
music and just
concerned, that's,
for a while.
Yeah, oh man, all my life basically, all my life. But I took it seriously maybe like a good 12 years ago.
That's
good. I'm gonna say 15. I've been doing it my whole life, but on some business type level, I give myself about 12 to 15 years.
I think that's real because I think what I looked at as far as growth when it comes to being an artist. Sometimes people want to start like since they was in high school, but I say like you just said, like when did you really know like this is what I'm going to do, this is how I'm going to make money from it, this is my plan to make money from it. Those are the years that's critical to me that I thought, because before then you ain't know what you was doing.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, as far as the business side, I didn't, but I knew building a fan base.
Okay.
Building a following. You know what I'm saying? And underground, that was basically the only way you could do it was to move underground.
You ain't lying about that. Yeah.
So, but I got my business knowledge up. Put it like that. That's where I'm at with it now. That's where I'm at with it.
Okay, so who would you say were some of your influences, or what were some of the things that influenced you? Some people got that bad story. Some people just got that it was in me, in my DNA shit.
It was, as far as, my father's side, they musically inclined. I see a lot of my relatives that's into it, from instruments to vocalists and, rap or whatever. But, as far as like someone that was in the field, you already know I gotta say Pimp C. It's from home. UGK.
Of course,
like
yeah. You can't be from PA and not mention them, right?
UGK, but as far as music concerned, it's really the whole movement of music. I was inspired by a lot of different people at a young age, like before the street music. You know what I mean? Like MC Hammer.
Oh yeah.
Fat Boys. Things I go back that far with.
Yeah.
I always had my ear to music and like music and love sounds and things like that. So, I've been influenced a long time. I started writing maybe like 4th grade, honestly.
Oh, no, you said honestly, no, I understand, because a lot of people I knew I was writing when they was like playing video games and stuff, and I wanted to just write some songs, even if it didn't sound right at the time. So, I mean, I think that's you can pretty much say that's in your DNA then.
Yeah, I mean, that's how I got. That's how I didn't really. I was quiet, and that was a way of expressing myself to myself, basically. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
but it was
right.
getting it out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I was learning from it. It was the experience. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So dealing with the things I was dealing with, the environment I come from, things like that. That was my way of expressing myself. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I was quiet, but now I'm to the point, like, it is what it is, whatever, but yeah, that's basically what
That's
it is.
real. And look, I want to show off this shirt. Now, you make shirts and other clothing.
Yeah.
Is that hat, did you make that?
Oh, the hat? Yeah.
Okay, see,
and the students are
but
yes, ma'am.
could you hold it up over there just in case they can't see a good, because I like that.
Good visual.
Yeah, that's cool, man. Trillistic.
Trillistic.
Hey, that's some PA stuff for real. Like keeping it trill, yeah.
Yeah, trillistic in a realistic way.
I like that, man.
Trillistic. Trillistic, same time.
That's dope.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to, you know what? I really will be buying some more. I'm gonna have to buy some of this because I have a son and he's big on clothes and fashion and text art. So be looking out. Yeah, I was gonna say be looking out for that because I said I was gonna order him some stuff this coming up week. So I want to play this song. I want to play this song. It is Grinding in Texas. Okay, because he be grinding in Texas. You know what I'm saying? We are a state and city of hustlers.
I want to see it like that, and it ain't when people hear grinding and hustling, like you have that one perspective of what's being talked about. Keep your ear open, man.
You ain't lying about that.
Because a grind and hustle ain't just one way street. It can go either way. So
that's true.
Just peep game, man.
That's true.
Yeah.
it drop?
November 3rd.
November 3rd. Man, y'all need to make sure y'all look out for that Grinding in Texas by Defector. November 3rd, streaming on all platforms, okay? That's that shit, I'm telling you. Yeah, so I can definitely ride and chill and vibe. You know what I'm saying? It's a good, like you said, it's that hustler vibe, but we from out here in Texas, and it's just, we grind out here, we hustle, and like you said, it's nothing bad in that term. It's just like we see a goal, and it's something that we want to get for ourselves outside of your typical 9 to 5. We have our own dreams and ambitions out here.
Indeed.
And that's what I try to tell people, but it is what it is. So what is your next plan? We basically have a few months left of 2020, and it's just been crazy. What do you have planned?
Well, I know upcoming, like I say, November 3rd, the single release, Grinding in Texas. November 5th and 6th. December 5th and 6th. I'm sorry, December 5th and 6th. I have the Loud Fest performance. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
And you supposed to be
That's gonna be lit.
Lit, huh?
Yes.
Okay, then I got December later on that month. I'm gonna drop the full album, the Trillistic album.
Oh, that's gonna be nice.
Oh, yeah.
So tell me this: we listen to Grinding in Texas. We know that vibe. Like, how did you come up with the motivation for the Trillistic album itself? And how many songs is on it, if you don't mind telling?
11.
Okay, that's a good body of work.
11.
Yes.
11 songs, and basically all different vibes and all different styles, all different concepts. It's basically like whatever I was feeling in that moment or going through in that moment, that's what I would express. You know what I'm saying? And a couple of them, basically, I wasn't really going through anything. It's like, okay, a producer make a beat, boom, boom, boom. He send me the track. He gonna name his track. Okay, whatever he named the track, I run with that vibe, with that concept. Right. You know what I'm saying? Okay, that's how he was feeling, so that's what he made. I try to express that into that particular beat. So it's just creativity. It really depends. A lot of it creativity, a lot of it a feeling or something I'm going through. It's just basically random. Ain't no, Right,
but it's something that people can relate to.
Exactly, all the way.
And that's what I like, because a lot of the stuff out now you can't relate to. It's so far from home. It's like I don't have $100,000 to go blow bags on all this stuff that they talk about. It is good to know that there are artists that have music with substance that I can relate to. I can relate to having a struggle or not knowing how to pay, make ends meet. So I appreciate artists like yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's keeping it real with your music.
But I have my stunting moments,
we got a stunt.
It's all in there. It's all incorporated.
Right, we got a stunt too.
It's in there.
A nice flex,
Play with a gumbo,
Okay.
Exactly.
Exactly. So, let me see, because there was something that I wanted to ask in regards to 2020 COVID. How has that process been for you? Like, just tapping in, how would you say this year has either stopped or helped your hustle? Something new you may have learned as well.
Well, as many might know, like when COVID hit, I had my own studio, a public studio back in Port Arthur, Texas. And when that hit, it slowed things down. So basically, I kind of slid back, and at first I was like, I didn't invested too much, that's going to hurt me, this, that, and the other. But as time went on, it kind of was like a blessing in disguise on my behalf, not saying I don't struggle or have to deal with the problems in it. It opened up my mind and my vision, you know what I'm saying? Right. It made me go hard. I think it put more determination in me than fear, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to put it like that.
Yeah.
It just gave me that juice, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I like to hear that, because it's definitely been one of those situations that made you maybe think about some things that you hadn't been having time, because I know before this, we were all on the grind. We were all doing something. It was like you didn't have time to think. You like, I got 4 shows in 1 week. Now it's like with stuff shutting down, it's like you really just had time to just think and plan stuff.
Exactly.
And so so I like to hear how artists transition with this. What would you say? What would you say the goal is for your music?
Shit, I mean, basically, being independent. As far as like calling the shots. I mean, I don't mind. If it comes to being given instruction, but as far as most part, I like the independence of it because I could do what I want to do, how I want to do it, when I want to do it, and yeah. Other than that, I done gave my time in that real work field, and that opened my eyes on a different perspective.
Same
so it's
here.
like, okay, I want to be doing that there for too long.
Yeah. I already know, man.
Yeah.
I already know. Yeah, it's funny because a lot of artists that come in here, you be like maybe years ago, because I hadn't been doing radio like back then. I started like over a year ago, but people was always like, I want to be on Def Jam. I want to be on so-and-so. Now, everybody that comes through here be like, I want to stay independent.
Yeah.
So, it's like, I wonder, what do you think made people see that, like, mainstream or being on these major labels just ain't the way to go? Like, maybe I should stay solo. Maybe I should just get out there and grind.
I mean, as for me, that always been my vision. I never really had the vision of wanting to be signed. I always had the vision of being independent. From a kid, from a young man, I had that mindset, mentality of doing what I want. You know what I'm saying? And
right.
Like I say, it's not that I have a problem with taking with authority. It's just like I'm a free spirited person. I don't feel like being boxed or caged in. And when it's a problem when I'm caged in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
and you say that with passion, so I believe you.
Hey, I'm just
I
being
believe
100,
that. Yeah.
man.
Nah, you could be 100 for sure.
Oh, yeah.
So, are there any artists that you would like to work with in PA or in Houston? Because the market is so huge. There's so many artists. Maybe some that we don't know. Like
It's not really too many artists in PA that I haven't worked with.
Oh, okay.
I didn't work with majority of the artists that's from
dope.
Port Arthur, and I didn't work with some few artists from Houston too. But as far as who would I want to work with?
Yeah, anybody you want to work with, or
man,
just
I'm willing to work with anybody that's willing to work about business. If you about business, and I see that's something, not just saying, okay, I got this talent and I do this, but you've been rapping and freestyling to your partners. Like, I mean, if you actually about your business and doing it and got a passion for it, you don't even have to have a passion. If you about business and doing it right, we could work. You know what I'm saying? As long as your business right, we could work.
Right.
Yeah, that's the main thing. It ain't just about. I have a passion for the music. I have a passion for the whole creative thing of it. But at the end of the day, reality is about reality is about the money. At the end of the day, everything we do is about money. When you sit back and just look at it, it's about the money. I'm not saying you all about your money, but it take money to do what I need to do and I want to do.
Exactly. And then not saying that you can't be passionate about it, but at some point the goal should be to be able to try to make this into a living.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're right. You know what I'm saying? We passed exposure stage.
Yeah.
I almost hate that word now when it comes to artists, because it's not fair.
Exactly.
You're not going to no mainstream person saying you want to do this gig for exposure.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, we hustle. I mean, it's expensive doing it,
Yeah.
So now, once again, that's some trill shit. Look, I'm using the slogan, that's some trill shit, because it's real. You know what I'm saying? That it's real. So, what do you, like, after this album, what is going to be your next goals, your next things that you want to do, or you told yourself, man, I got to do this, like, not necessarily this year, but next year?
I basically have a plan for that too, and really as far as the music concerned, it's to basically show more growth in my music.
Okay.
I'm trying to, I want to continuously show elevation, not just, okay, we got him figured out because that's what you talk about all the time, or think you got me figured out because that's what I'm putting out on the song. Like, I try to be versatile, and when it comes to concepts and topics, I like to basically every emotion or anything I'm feeling, I like to express myself. That's how I express myself, because I'm not very expressive in person. So that's what I do my music.
That's
what
real.
I'm saying? Yeah, I'm laid back and chill. I ain't gonna. if I'm going through something, you ain't gonna know I'm going through something. If I'm happy, you probably ain't gonna really know I'm happy. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's how I let it be known what it is.
No, I can respect that because music is art. And some people shy, and you would not even be able to tell listening to their music. But then when you see them in person, they like. Yeah. They don't really say
much.
I
ain't shy.
But yeah, you don't seem shy.
Never been shy, but
yeah, you don't seem shy.
Been like conservative. I like, what I'm saying, I'm conservative.
I like that. You read the room.
Exactly.
If nobody else is lit and crazy, you chill. If everybody, hey, it's a party, you lit. Everybody don't know how to read the room though. Yeah. So that's very important though.
For sure.
So you doing your thing. So the songs, the whole album Trillistic will be on Spotify November 3rd. Correct? The whole No, just the song. I'm sorry.
Grinding in Texas.
The Trillistic album. Do you have a time frame? Not a set date, but like a time frame you are thinking about releasing it.
Right at the end of the year. The end of December.
Yeah. Something to look forward to going into the new year.
New year, first
that's
quarter.
That's gonna be nice. Okay, cool. Have you started the visuals yet?
In a sense, but not. That's what I mean. Like I want to keep showing growth and elevation.
Yeah.
I wouldn't really focus on the visuals as far as doing videos for every song like that, because I was still in the process of learning what it is that I needed to do.
Right.
So I wasn't trying. I did it with my music when I first started off. Jumped out there head first, and I really know what was going on. And I didn't want to take it to the visual side of it too, like not really knowing what I'm doing.
Right, I know how you do.
You know what I'm saying? So now that I've been learning and getting my knowledge up in that lane too. So, I can bring it over. Yeah.
So maybe next year we can get us a visual for Trillistic.
That's definitely.
That's gonna be dope.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
That's definitely.
Yeah, let me know. So well, I don't know if you have the video out here, then let me know so I could come and then bring some people and stuff like that to show love.
I got you.
Yeah, because they got some cool scenes out here. I'm not for sure if you're familiar with the downtown Chartres graffiti wall, but
oh yeah,
Trill, your boy,
Trust me.
Pimp, I think is on that wall.
I'm from Port Arthur, man, but I'm always in Houston. Like I said, I done lived in Houston. I done been to school in Houston. It was ITT, trying something, but
still something, yes.
Yeah, what I'm saying, I'm familiar with Houston. It ain't like I just be saying Houston and never really step toes in Houston or have no footwork out here. You know what I'm saying? If you look on my social media, you will see I go back years and years with shows and flyers and
that's what's
you know what I'm saying. So basically, Houston really accepted me before my own hometown. I'm gonna put it like I'm gonna just keep it 100. Like you know what I'm saying? Like really. But I love PA. I love Houston. I love my state. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. That's what's up. Was there anything that I left out? I think I tried to ask you, like, for the most part, like, just tap into who the Factor is, for people that's going to watch it, and I'm going to put it on Roku. I want them to see or feel like they kind of know you now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
On a personal level. That's how I like to do my interviews. Like, keep it real.
Oh, yeah. That's basically what I was saying. That's why I said what I said about the song when you were saying you were finna put the song. I was like, as far as concept with the grind and hustle thing, I don't want you to hear grind and hustle and be like, oh, he talking about grinding and hustling in the streets. I mean,
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yes.
But that ain't knocking that because, I done been there.
Right.
It is what it is. But at the same time, that ain't what I'm speaking on.
Facts. So for people out there that don't know how to find you on social media, how can people find you on social media?
Basically, everything is at the Factor Legit. Well, basically, Instagram at DA_FACTOR_ legit. And the Factor Legit. That's the handle on every social media.
Hey. All right. Well, thank you guys for tuning in to the Miss Blue Radio Show. I'm going to air this episode on Roku TV, also on Miss Blue Radio Show _. So you'll be able to see it, and also on Miss Blue Radio Show on YouTube. Thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you, The Factor, for coming through as well.
Yes, ma'am. Appreciate you for having me.
Can you get a picture of us? Well, I know you was doing stuff, but I'm just saying like a picture that he could tag me in.